بسم الله الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله أما بعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Well, today I'm just going to play football. Still play live and I do a bit more on my channel. How do you guys can hear me? I'm talking about 1 second. Before. Yeah, it's kind of well, so, Assalamu alaikum, one of you who you maybe can write something in the chat, I suppose. So I want to discuss a topic, for example, street dawah and having fights on the street. Just what do you think about obviously there's like a video that's gone viral where one brother is grabbed another like that's able to the table and it's gone viral, I suppose. It's like everywhere. That's what I've heard anyway, but I've seen it on YouTube and stuff. But just want to address that. Can you hear me? Whoever's listening to me, there's one person here. Can you hear me? If you're like yes, no, maybe. Can you hear me? If you can just type in yes, maybe that would be great. Yeah, so subhanAllah, speaking about street dawah, um, generally attacking someone in a street dawah. If someone comes to the table and they're very aggressive and they swear at you or they're racist, they have Islamophobic. Oh, Barakallahu feek, Muhammad Ali Dawah, Barakallahu feek. So, what should we do as Muslims? If you're in street dawah and you're giving dawah, you're always going to come across people that are going to be hostile towards you. They're going to be maybe racist. They're going to be Islamophobic. They're going to have, there are going to be, not generally, but you get people here and there that are very aggressive and violent towards you. They might push your table. Maybe I've seen people might have seen videos of me circling online where the racist people come to the table, obviously supporters, or it could be uh, you know, uh, aggressive Christians, or they may come to your table and they might want to provoke you somehow. Um, so I'm addressing this issue that's happening at the moment, where there's like a video online where people, where one brother, he's grabbed someone, or let's give it down to that person, and that person maybe 17 years old 17, when I look at the video, it seemed like this person was maybe like 16, 17. And the way that he was talking about Islam, the way that he's talking about uh, Allah is the Messiah or something like this, or something like this. I mean, he didn't have a clear understanding of what Islam actually is. Uh, so, Jazakallahu khairan. Uh, yeah. So when someone comes to the down table like that, what should we do? Or what is the best thing to do in the down table? What do you guys think? You can write in the comments what you guys think. Is someone aggressive comes to the down table? What do you guys think a person should do? You can put that right. So the point being made is that so first and foremost, when you give dawah, the default position is that you have rahmah, you have mercy, because you're trying to guide that person towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Many people that you might think that they are staunch, staunch opponents of Islam, and they are, but the way that you handle them with hikmah, that can lead them towards Islam. And there are many people that accept Islam, like one person in, who's he was politician, he was Dutch, I forgot his name, but then he, alhamdulillah, did his research and he looked into it, and then he actually became Muslim, right? He became Muslim, uh, Alhamdulillah. Now speaking of poverty about Islam, there was a man that wanted to bomb a masjid, right? He actually plotted and planned to bomb a masjid. It's quite, you can search it online. And alhamdulillah, Allah guarded him. So at one at one point, he was an enemy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He was someone that hated Allah and the Messenger. You know, they were clearly hated Allah and the Messenger, and then Allah guarded that person. Yes, so you cannot, you have to kind of think carefully. Okay, what is the best way? People are watching me. I'm on doubt, and people are watching me as well. So the first thing is to have rahmah, to have patience, you have sabr in dawah. You have to have sabr. You have to have an enormous amount of sabr in dawah. You're gonna get horrible people. There was like a situation in Stratford where there was a confrontation and they were start fighting and these guys from Speaker's Corner, they're quite aggressive and stuff. The best thing is just to ignore them because they want a reaction out of you. You know, people that trolling us, they troll people and people want you to become angry. They want you to react in that specific way so they can record it or they can show that, oh, look at Muslims, they're angry and aggressive and they don't have good akhlaq. So it's very important not to give in to their agenda. Or some people, they come to the dawah table with an agenda, and that agenda is to provoke you. They're there, they're in your face, they interrupt conversations, they disrupt conversations. Yes. So um it's very important to know that certain individuals that they're there just to provoke you. But having said that, that i- if there are people that are keep they keep doing the same thing over and over again. For example, they keep coming to the table, they keep swearing at you, they keep cursing you, they keep cursing Allah and the Messenger, and they keep doing that over and over again. And the main thing that I would say is that you warn them. Yes, you actually have to warn them and say, look, you are stepping over the line. Okay, you are crossing one of my boundaries. And if you keep saying this, then I may have to react. I may have to react to what you're saying. And then sometimes there is hikmah and there is a wisdom in actually confronting that person, but not in every occasion. Not in every occasion do you confront that person. Only if you think that that there is a benefit in confronting that person. I've specifically confronted people as well. You know, people that are bigger than me and stronger than me. I specifically confronted them. Why? Is because I warned them. So my first advice is warn that person. Yeah, warn them. Don't just grab them or randomly. It means that that there's no sabr for that person. That there's absolutely no sabr. In dawah, if you don't have sabr, then you're gonna have a lot of issues. SubhanAllah. So if you don't have sabr in dawah, you're just gonna do harm to Islam. Stop coming to the dawah table. You're not getting on with your wife. You're not getting on with your brother or something. You're just stressed out. Don't go down, man. That's the thing. Don't go down. You're gonna cause more harm than good. One second, let me just get. I've got football, sorry, to get some energy. To get some. That's okay. Just a moment. Thank you. Yeah, so Subhanallah. So if you're coming dawah and you're gonna start randomly grabbing people and randomly beating up people, you shouldn't come dawah. That day's not good. Maybe you didn't do your adhkar, maybe you didn't recite your Quran. Maybe that's not the best day for you to give dawah. Just go home, relax. You don't have to give dawah if you don't feel mentally well, or if you don't feel psychologically well, or you don't feel that your iman is not there. You don't have to go and give dawah. You can stay at home, stay with your family, stay with your children, stay with your friends. You don't have to go out because you're just randomly grabbing people, man. I'm saying generally, if you don't have sabr in dawah, don't give dawah because you'll be tested. You get more trials and tribulations when you start giving dawah. If your dawah is effective, then you start getting more trials and tribulations. So it's not about just first thing is to have sabr. If someone in Prophet Sallam, just say, look, I don't want to say, look, stop saying that. Please, can you do not say this. This is in Prophet Sallam, and just say, look, I don't talk to you anymore, please. And then you can just change, just turn away from that person, you know. But if that person insistent, and that person continuously just standing that he keeps in Prophet Sallam, keeps insulting Quran and Sunnah, then you can confront that person, but in a way with hikmah, who's around you, or there people watching, subhanallah, there's many instances, where I've been on a dawah when someone's been shouting. Actually, I'll tell you a story, subhanallah, yeah. So we were doing dawah, that's the square, very famous dawah table. I'm giving dawah there. And then someone came and he's proper Islam for right wing, "Oh, go back to your country, da, da, da. This is our country, you cannot give out Quran and stuff like that. This book, why are you giving out this book? It's an evil book," and so on and so forth. And then, he was trying to attack us, you know. The, uh, and what we did is that we just kind of ignored him and it came quiet because the reality is many people are watching that many people are watching your data, especially in like Leicester Square. There's there's maybe hundreds of people watching you from the buildings, from the train, from the buses. There's a lot of people watching you on that dial table. It's not just if you're not smart, you just think it's you and that person. If you just go into this, angry mode, if you go to angry mode, then you realize that all you see is tunnel vision, is you and that person. But if you thinking with wisdom, you know that there are people watching on the bus, the people watching you in the restaurant or the houses, whatever area that you're in, that there's a lot of people watching you. So so then with wisdom, what we did is that we didn't interact with that person and we left that person. And that person became more and more and more and angry because we're not engaging with him. Yes. And then subhanAllah, it got to a point where people said to him, leave them alone. People that were, you've probably seen those videos anyway, man, of me. There's one with me in the Leicester Square, man. And then, subhanAllah, like, we're going to react to stuff. And other people start coming and saying, look, stop. They have a right to preach here. And you know what? And then people were like stopping him, that they're actually stopping him. Can you just leave them alone? Like, they're not breaking the law, man. He was just racist. So people were coming and defending us. Allah will send something for you to be defended. Allah will send someone, even a kafir billah, to defend the religion, and then they will defend you. And subhanallah, what happened is an amazing story, yeah. What happened is that uh, a person, they they said because of that aggressive, racist, Islamophobic person that came to the table, um, I took a Quran. And she came back after maybe a couple of months. She said that day that when you guys were being racially, Islamophobically attacked in the street, I took a Quran just to make that person angry. And then she came back and said, you know what? I read the Quran. I became Muslim. Now I'm Muslim. Alhamdulillah, I became Muslim. So there's a barakah. If you have sabr in your da'wah, getting angry is easy. Getting angry, lashing out at someone, punching someone, that is a very easy thing to do. Shouting, swear. If you're swearing on the dawah table, or if you're physically, you're pushing people and swearing, you cannot control your speech. Then you need to really, first thing is akhlaq. The akhlaq has to be on point. So she actually became Muslim. So because she saw how well controlled we were, how we dealt with an aggressive racist, that the more they talk, the more stupid they look. These people that come and say all these odd things, they look more and more stupid when they speak because they just look like idiots. They don't have any intellectual capability to actually engage in a dialogue. So there is a barakah and a blessing if you can have sabr. There's one video. These guys went to these speakers corners guys. They went to what do you call it, Stratford, yeah, and they had a fight there, yeah, and it's on YouTube, and stuff. Sam Dower and stuff. You check it out. They got a fight. They came to our table, yeah, in Leicester Square, and they tried to engage us for maybe 1 hour, and they tried to interrupt the conversation because they want a reaction. They said, they came to me because they got cameras and stuff. They came to me. I just start saying, La ilaha illallah, La ilaha illallah, La ilaha illallah, La ilaha illallah. I said to him that it's better for me to do tasbih than to speak to you because it's more reward. If it is wasting my time with you, you know. So how having said that, right? So that's the main sort of position, right? The main sort of position is that you kind of have sabr, you kind of have to just change, just stop talking to them. If you're having problems with them, people being insult on Prophet Sallam, just stop talking to them. Just say, no, I'm not going to speak to you. If you're going to stop my Prophet, right? I'm warning you, do not insult my Prophet. And then I'm going to walk away and just walk away. Yes? And you have to do it in a composed manner because the Muslim does not become angry, they lose the plot. It's controlled anger. When you get angry, it's controlled because you have a right to get angry. And it is permissible to get angry if someone insult the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. It 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 is permissible. Yes, but barakallahu feek, Ahmed. So, but if there's categories, yeah, it has to be done with hikmah. Everything that you do has to be done with hikmah, yes? If it's a 17-year-old or a 15-year-old saying a stupid thing, that it's a jahil. He's like 12 years old, bruh. If someone's 12 years old and he says to you, the Quran, how old was Aisha? I'm not gonna give him the radiallahu anha. He's not to insult Prophet Sallallahu. Nah, he's a kid. He doesn't even know what he's a brainwashed 15-year-old or a brainwashed 12-year-old. You cannot grab a 15-year-old, man. It's wrong. Maybe he didn't. He's a jahil little boy, man. It's very, very jahil, a jahil little boy that actually doesn't know anything about Islam. So, so for that reason, Bismillah. So probably you shouldn't grab 15-year-old, yeah. Yeah, it's wallahi, actually, it's ridiculous, man. It's a little boy, man. If he's a man and he's my height or he's taller than me, if he's my height and he's taller than me and he's a bit intimidating, then you would I don't I would grab that person, man. Grab that person. He's coming to you, he's saying what? What is it? Then you grab that person because he wants it. Because he wants it. He has an agenda. He's coming to you. He's not a little boy that's ignorant and jahil. He's your height, he's your strength. Grab that person, you he's explained to that person, but what you're saying is quite an ignorant statement. You shouldn't say that we have a love for Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. We find it highly offensive. And what I will say is to warn that person. Yes? Bashirin Mundirin. Yes, you warn that person. First point is that we warn that person. If the child, you just explain to them, it's bad, yes? But then this type of people, right? You can't just categorize every person that comes to the Dawah table, yes, and just say, look, we have one brushstroke. We have to warn that person. Yeah, so there's a kid you don't obviously don't advise grabbing 15-year-old man. But I would, you know, it could traumatize that little boy, man. To be honest with you, yeah, that could actually traumatize that little boy, man. If someone, if someone grabs a 15-year-old, that can potentially traumatize that boy, man. That could actually take him away from Islam. If he ever thought about Islam or considered it after doing what he did, Allahu alam, there has to be wisdom in what you do in the dial table. I'm saying that there is a wisdom in grabbing someone up and saying, what is it? There is wisdom there, and you can do that, but only in very, very specific circumstances you can grab someone. Yes, when they have been warned, they're fully grown man, maybe your height or you're kind of bigger than you, looking stronger than you, whatever, right? But first, try to calm it down, okay? But if he's bigger than you, or he's like your height, or he looks all right, he's not an old elderly man, you can just like just square up to that person and see what he's made of, but again, this is only in very specific circumstances that you have to defend yourself. But your intention itself is that you are defending the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Yeah, yeah. Okay, miss my turn, man. About Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.